History repeats itself, from condemning Obama's deal to recreating it. In a video from 2015, Donald Trump, the presidential candidate at the time, appears on stage attacking Barack Obama. "You sold America out to Iran. This is the worst deal in history." Today, that same Donald Trump sits in the Oval Office and tells Fox News, "We are very close to a deal with Iran, and we win either way." The same man, the same issue, two completely different positions, but that was not the only contradiction revealed during a single week in the life of America's 47th president. Over the past few days, the three dramatic storylines collided at once. Iran and Israel exchanged missile fire for the first time since April, while Trump issued an urgent message: "You've launched your missiles, that's enough." Congress, with support from Republicans, delivered a major blow to Trump by voting to limit his war powers for the first time since he took office, and Trump, who once condemned Obama's terrible deal, now appears close to signing an agreement that looks remarkably similar, while Iran demands $24 billion in frozen assets as a condition for moving forward. Today, we tell the story of one extraordinary week that captured 4 years of contradictions, a story about how the ticking clock pushed Trump into the very corner he spent years trying to avoid. Come with me. Congress strikes back. 4 Republicans break ranks. Let's begin on Wednesday, June 4th. Inside the U.S. House of Representatives, after months of failed Democratic efforts to limit Trump's wartime authority, something unexpected happened. The vote took place. The result was stunning. 215 votes in favor, 208 against. The resolution, which requires the president to withdraw U.S. forces from hostilities involving Iran within 30 days, unless Congress grants formal authorization, passed successfully. According to reports, it marked the first major congressional challenge to Trump's war policy since the conflict began. But the biggest surprise was not the vote itself. It was the Republicans who supported it. 4 members broke with their party and their president: Thomas Massie of Kentucky, Tom Barrett of Michigan, Warren Davidson of Ohio, and Brian Fitzpatrick of Pennsylvania. Massie's story is particularly remarkable. Only recently, Trump backed a primary challenger against him. Massie lost his seat, yet once free from political pressure, he voted against Trump's position. The message was unmistakable. Republican lawmakers were beginning to feel pressure from voters angry about rising fuel prices and a war with no clear end. Trump's grip on his party no longer appeared as strong as it once was. Missiles returned to the sky, the first direct exchange. Since April, only 2 days after Congress delivered its warning, the Middle East witnessed its most dangerous escalation in months. The spark came from Lebanon. Israeli aircraft struck targets in Beirut's southern suburbs, reportedly hitting a Hezbollah security complex and causing casualties. Iran responded quickly. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps launched ballistic missiles and drones toward northern Israel. In a statement, the IRGC declared that the operation was not a one-time event, but the beginning of a week of sustained attacks. Air raid sirens sounded across northern Israel. Millions sought shelter. Israeli missile defense systems worked around the clock, intercepting incoming projectiles. Israeli officials called the attack a grave mistake and vowed a response. Then Trump stepped in. In his first public comments, he told Fox News, "You launched your missiles, that's enough. I urge you to return directly to the negotiating table." According to reports, Trump also called Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and urged him not to drag the region into a wider conflict. What happened next surprised many observers. Sources indicated that both sides agreed to halt further exchanges. Trump announced on Truth Social that the parties were seeking an immediate ceasefire. Schools that had closed because of the attacks reopened shortly afterward. Now the world is watching to see whether the ceasefire survives or collapses. The ultimate irony: Trump and Obama's deal. Now we come to the most remarkable contradiction of all. In 2015, when President Barack Obama signed the nuclear agreement known as the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, Trump was one of its fiercest critics. He called it the worst deal ever negotiated. He promised to tear it up. In 2018, during his first term, he withdrew from it. Yet today, after 4 months of war, hundreds of deaths, and fuel prices reaching painful levels, Trump appears close to signing an agreement that looks surprisingly familiar. Consider the similarities. Nuclear restrictions. The proposed framework would freeze Iranian enrichment activities. Much like the 2015 agreement, sanctions relief, Iran is seeking access to roughly $24 billion in frozen assets in exchange for nuclear concessions, international monitoring. Inspectors would once again receive access to Iranian nuclear facilities. Analysts note that the Trump administration is deeply concerned about comparisons between any new agreement and the deal Trump spent years attacking. That is why Trump is attempting to add his own signature element. He wants to link the nuclear agreement to a broader expansion of the Abraham Accords, encouraging countries such as Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Pakistan to normalize relations with Israel. The problem? Enthusiasm for the idea remains limited. Pakistan has rejected it outright, and many analysts believe Gulf states are unlikely to embrace such a proposal. While the Gaza conflict and wider regional tensions continue, why this week matters. Now let's connect. All three storylines. Congress, the vote limiting Trump's war powers, sends a clear message: you are losing control of your party. Lawmakers are becoming more concerned about voters than about presidential pressure. Military escalation. The missile exchange between Iran and Israel demonstrates how fragile the ceasefire remains. Iran threatens additional strikes. Israel promises retaliation. The region remains dangerously unstable. Political contradiction. Trump once criticized Obama for giving concessions to Iran. Now he finds himself negotiating along similar lines. Iran wants $24 billion. Trump publicly rejects the demand. Yet reports suggest discussions continue around possible compromises. All three storylines converge. At one point, Trump is under pressure. Pressure from Congress, pressure from the Middle East, and pressure from his own past in just 1 week. America witnessed the first successful congressional effort to limit Trump's war powers, the first direct missile exchange between Iran and Israel since April. Trump's transformation from a fierce critic of Obama's deal to a leader pursuing a similar agreement. The collapse of Trump's proposed $1.8 billion compensation fund under legal and political pressure, and Congress blocking major spending initiatives tied to the White House. The message coming from Washington is becoming increasingly clear. This is a president struggling to maintain control, a president who wants a deal but is still searching for a path toward one, a president who talks about war but fears its consequences. Only days ago, Trump said, "Just relax, everything is going to work out fine." But can anyone truly relax while missiles are flying? Congress is turning against him. Negotiations are hanging by a thread, and his own past is waiting around every corner. The final question remains, will Trump escape the trap he helped create, or will history record that the worst deal in history was merely the opening chapter of an even greater crisis? The coming days, not weeks, may provide the answer. Write your opinion in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to receive all our new videos. See you in the next video.